His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh, he wants to see the rematch between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, and he's now offering Mike Tyson $700 million.
Mike Tyson has just been handed a jaw-dropping $700 million offer from Saudi Arabia for a rematch with Jake Paul. Yes, Mara has confirmed a rematch offer for Tyson for $700 million. Fans are still fuming over the first-rate fight, and who wouldn't want to watch Tyson come back and knock out Jake after that ridiculous debacle?
Such an incredible fight, and bring it to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
It is not something to surprise or not. We have a lot to fight.
The first match barely scraped $20 million. Now we're talking $700 million. A huge leap, right? But in my opinion, it's another flashy cash grab. And while we all know the last fight was about as authentic as a reality TV script, my research showed there's actually science behind this madness.
He was the champ. It was like, people don't understand what a champ he was. Like, he wasn't just the heavyweight champion of the world. He was an executioner.
Wasn't the Tyson Jake fight, wasn't that amazing?
Yeah. It's amazing they got paid so much money for that.
25 million and 40 million?
I think 20 and 40.
Mike Tyson, once the undisputed king of the ring, has made a shocking return to boxing at 58. Why? If you're buying into the love of the game narrative, think again. Tyson's comeback is all about the money, not the glory. After all, his recent bout against Jake Paul wasn't just a fight, it was a spectacle. The polarizing YouTuber-turned-boxer faced off against the legendary Tyson in a clash that blended nostalgia with controversy. The first fight generated an enormous buzz, and the payouts were staggering. Rumored to be $20 million for Jake and $40 million for Tyson. Now the stakes have skyrocketed. A rematch is on the table, with Tyson reportedly offered a jaw-dropping $700 million to step back into the ring. Yes, you read that right. $700 million. This isn't about reviving Tyson's Iron Mike persona. It's about cashing in on the circus that modern boxing has become. The sport has evolved into a global stage for spectacle, where pride takes a backseat to financial incentives. And this time, Saudi Arabia is at the helm, flexing its financial muscle to turn the rematch into a worldwide event. In an era where boxing thrives on headlines and controversy, Tyson's return perfectly encapsulates the shift. It's not just a fight, it's an extravaganza, proving once again that the real battle is for dollars, not glory.
Is he a legitimate boxer?
A legitimate boxer, yes. People mocked me when I was saying that before, but now I think people are coming around.
Mike Tyson, the legendary heavyweight and once the most feared man in the ring, has always been synonymous with pure boxing dominance. Now, at 58, he's back in the spotlight, not for the love of the sport, but for an entirely different reason. A colossal rematch with YouTube star turned boxer Jake Paul. Love it or hate it, this fight encapsulates everything about modern boxing: drama, controversy, spectacle, and most importantly, money. Let's get one thing straight. Tyson's return isn't about reviving his Iron Mike persona or reclaiming lost glory. Those days are behind him. Instead, this is a calculated move to cash in on nostalgia and secure one final massive payday. The first Tyson-Paul bout proved the world's appetite for headline-grabbing matches, raking in tens of millions. Now the stakes are higher than ever, with Saudi Arabia offering a jaw-dropping $700 million to host the rematch. Jake Paul has carved out a career that's as controversial as it is lucrative. He's not your traditional boxer, but he's a master of the media game. His fights are less about technical prowess and more about drama, a perfect recipe for selling pay-per-views. Whether it's mocking opponents, stirring up social media feuds, or calling out legends, Jake knows how to keep the spotlight on him. His matchups so far, against the likes of Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley, have been more about entertainment than proving his boxing credentials. Fans tune in not to see a technical masterpiece, but to see if someone can finally shut him up, or better yet, knock him out. And now, with a potential rematch against Tyson, Jake is stepping into the biggest spotlight of his career. This rematch isn't just about two men trading punches. It's part of a much grander plan orchestrated by Saudi Arabia to establish itself as the global hub for sports and entertainment. Leading this initiative is Turki Al-Sheikh, head of the Saudi General Entertainment Authority. This is the same man who brought WWE to Saudi Arabia, landed Cristiano Ronaldo in the Saudi Pro League, and now has his sights on boxing. The $700 million offer is more than a purse. It's an investment in transforming Saudi Arabia into the epicenter of global sports. The kingdom's vision is clear: host the biggest events, attract the biggest names, and dominate the world stage. Tyson versus Paul is the perfect storm of nostalgia, controversy, and spectacle to kickstart this ambitious plan. Let's be real, this rematch isn't about pure boxing. Tyson at 58 is far removed from his prime when he terrorized the heavyweight division in the late 80s and early 90s. Back then, he was untouchable, a fighter who could end a bout with a single devastating punch. But those days are long gone. Today's Tyson is a shadow of his former self. Sure, he still has the charisma and a puncher's chance, but his punches now carry more buzz than genuine threat. For fans who remember Tyson at his peak, this comeback feels more like a spectacle than a serious fight. On the other hand, Jake Paul thrives on spectacle. His entire career has been built on the idea of turning the boxing ring into a stage for controversy and drama. If Jake manages to defeat Tyson, it would be the crowning achievement of his career, a win over a legend, even if that legend is far from his prime. However, it wouldn't silence his critics or validate him as a legitimate boxer. Instead, it would deepen the divide between traditional boxing purists and the modern circus-driven approach to the sport. For Tyson, this fight is an opportunity to cash in on his legacy one last time. It's not about reclaiming his throne, but about giving fans one final glimpse of the man who once ruled the ring. However, every punch Tyson throws now carries the risk of tarnishing his legacy. For Jake Paul, the stakes are equally high. A victory over Tyson would elevate his career to unprecedented heights, giving him a level of legitimacy he's never had. But if he loses, the criticism will be relentless, and his carefully crafted image could take a serious hit. Still, Jake is no fool. He knows the payday and global attention make it worth the risk. This fight is about more than just Tyson and Paul. It's a marketing juggernaut designed to dominate headlines and break records. Saudi Arabia isn't just funding a